Emotions are at a boiling point right now because of all things. Roofing materials. Material suppliers are stressed out. Roofers are frustrated and upset.
That dirty Turkish back flat and rotten Philip.
And homeowners are confused and they're wondering what's going on. Well, let me explain to you what's happening with roofing materials right now. So as you know, there have been some devastating weather events that have been happening all over the country. Tornadoes, hurricanes, catastrophic hailstorms have all caused damage. Just about everywhere. And then you add into that all the fear-mongering and aggressive sales tactics from roofing and restoration contractors and even independent insurance adjusters, and you've got the recipe for the perfect storm, which is exactly what's happening. Perfect storm, no pun intended. So I had a homeowner call me this week to ask me about the roofer that he had hired. So this was a homeowner that found us on YouTube, and he wanted to get my thoughts about something that the roofer had told him regarding shingle availability. The roofer told him that it was going to be probably 10 to 12 weeks before he could actually do the homeowner's roofing project because of the availability of the shingles. So the homeowner wanted to find out if this roofer was being legit or not, or if he was just making something up. Well, homeowners, if your roofer's telling you that, it's very likely that he's being upfront with you and he's telling you the truth. And here's why that is. So there's been so much damaging storm activity over this last year that the shingle manufacturers just can't keep up. So in the upper Midwest, late in the season last year, there were massive hailstorms that caused a lot of damage. Well, what happened was most of the homes that got damaged in that storm couldn't be re-roofed before the cold weather set in, because typically, especially up there, you can't roof in cold weather. So most of those projects got pushed out to spring of this year. And then in March and April of this year, Texas and Oklahoma got hit with massive hailstorm activity. And in fact, about 500,000 homes received damage. Now, let that sink in. Think about the scale of what that means. 500,000 homes just in a two-state area got significant hail damage. Let me explain to you the scale of that. So let's imagine that each home, the roof on each home is an average of 2,500 square feet. That means that each of those homes is going to require between 75 and 100 bundles of shingles to re-roof that home. That means to re-roof the homes that were damaged just in that two-state area of Texas and Oklahoma from the storms that happened this last spring would require between 38 and 50 million bundles of shingles. Just for that two-state area. That doesn't even count the homes that were damaged in the Minnesota area the previous year that the people were trying to re-roof at the same time that the storms hit in Texas and Oklahoma. Then add to the recipe some more tornadoes, some hurricanes, and massive hailstorms that happened literally all summer long through Colorado. And that's why I say you've got the perfect recipe for something like this to happen. Now, can you see why it's hard to get shingles? But what can you do? All right, so if you're in an area that just got hail, and I don't mean like the devastating kind of hail that has that's potentially causing leaks in your roof or is actively causing leaks in your roof, and if you're in an area that didn't get hit with tornadoes, didn't get hit with hurricanes, the chances are very high that you don't need to do anything about it right now. There's no reason that you can't wait until next year to file your claim and to get the work done. In spite of what some of the more aggressive roofing contractors might be telling you, there's a good chance that you don't really need to worry about imminent interior damage from the hail. Now, I want to make it very clear, there might be a chance if the hail was just absolutely massive, like tennis ball size or bigger. But, you know, ping pong ball size, golf ball size hail, that typically isn't going to cause leaks right away. So in most cases, if that's you, you're probably not needing to get it taken care of right this minute. So that leads me to the next thing that you should do. And that's if you've got, what would I say, aggressive door-to-door canvassers knocking on your door trying to tell you that you need to file an insurance claim right now. Take your time, take a deep breath, Be patient with the process. Get some other opinions. But I'm gonna say that even if you've got damage that's severe enough that could be potentially causing leaks inside your home, very unlikely, but if that's what's going on, you still need to take your time and do your due diligence to select the right roofer, not just the first guy that shows up at your door. The next thing that I'm going to recommend that you do is contact your insurance company and find out how long do you have after the date of loss, that's the important date, to file the claim and get the work done. Some insurance companies give you 6 months, some insurance companies give you a year, some insurance companies give you 2 years from the date of loss. See, that's why I'm telling you, in most cases, it's not something that you have to, it's not a process that you have to initiate right now. Take your time. Another thing that you can do is educate yourself on the implications and the ramifications of hail damage to potentially cause further damage to your house, specifically interior leaking. So what I mean by that is, let's say you've got a hail bruise on your roof that is like this big and it's broken all the way through the shingle and damaged the shingle underneath it. Now water can actually get down in between the shingle and the underlayment, could potentially follow a nail down into your house. But if you've just got minor damage, and we're seeing insurance companies accept claims because of that, and I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing, but if you've just got like minor damage, most likely you don't have anything to worry about as far as leaks being caused by that. But that's what I'm saying. Educate yourself on what is the possibility of further damage, water damage specifically, happening to your home based on the type of damage that you have on your house. And that leads me to one other thing, is you need to know, what does the damage on your house look like? Is it big, massive damage that's broken all the way through the 2 layers of shingles and gotten down to the underlayment? Or is it just minor damage? You need to know that. So tell your roofer that you want to see photos from your roof. More specifically, it would be good to see video from your roof, not just close-up photos. Why am I saying that? Well, because it's too easy for somebody to have a stock library of photos showing damage on shingles that are the same color as yours, and he shows you those photos instead of photos from really your roof. So video is good. That way you can make sure that it's from your house. It's actually best if you can be home when the roofer's there to inspect your roof. Stand outside and watch him do his inspection. So why am I giving you all of this advice? Well, it's because if you slow the process down, then the demand for shingles gets spread out over many, many months rather than just a few short weeks. And so if your roofer is telling you, hey, it's going to be 10, 12 weeks, maybe even longer before we can do your roof, that's okay. Don't panic about it. And the chances are very, very good that even if you have to wait until next spring to get your roof done, everything is going to be okay. But understand, I haven't been on your roof. I don't know what your roof looks like. So you have to take what I'm saying with the proverbial grain of salt. And that's why I'm saying that you have to know what condition your roof is in. But again, take a nice big deep breath, relax, go through the process nice and slow. All right, you know what you need to do right now? You need to watch this video right here. Oh, and if you need more information about the insurance claim process and how roofing fits into that, click on this playlist right here.